Alright folks, we're back with our next session, and I thought it might be fitting, since in our last game we were playing as Portugal, the colonizer, to flip it around and play as Inca, well, starting as Cusco, hopefully forming the Inca. And so our mission in this game will be similar to the last one, where we will try to go through the mission tree for Cusco and then Inca. We also will at first try to go from little Cusco into the larger formable nation of Inca. So that's what a lot of our early game steps are going to be in order to get started. I remember playing as Inca when I first started long ago, before they had mission trees or anything like that, because it was a nice isolated start back then. There weren't so many smaller nations here, so we're going to dive in and see what we can do. The mission tree, let's just take a peek at it, just for a second first. We have Rule of the Sun, which is about getting up our authority, a large army, and legitimacy. And the other thing we've got here is about owning Abankai and having high army tradition or some mercenaries in order to get some additional troops and a special, looks like a special mercenary company. The other thing here, we have to have an army larger than 10,000. To our side of the nation, the force limit, we have to be at 1, and we get a bunch of claims. But our mission tree does not grant us any claims right off the bat. You can see we don't have any claims at the beginning. So we need to start by fabricating. Build spy network. We need to start by fabricating on our neighbors here. We will wait until right beforehand to take rivals. Let it tick slowly. It needs this to get up to 4. Meanwhile, we will take a few estate privileges. We will, of course, take the +1 mana privileges. There we go. Ichima wants to ally me. Who is Ichima? Ichima is small, so no, we will not do that. And we are going to need to seize back a lot of land. Do we start with a general? We start with our leader Pachacuti, who is pretty central to the mission tree. I think because there's so much mountain, there's also an estate privilege for the merchant guilds, which gives us a high altitude adaptation, which decreases the development cost in mountains, highlands, and hills, but does increase it in other locations. But we will go ahead and implement that. And since we have no more land to lose, now would be the time to pass out any privileges that we want to pass out. Let's see who we got here. Charka. I don't think so. I don't think we want that right now. Ooh. Each of these different places have slightly different powers. Let us call a diet. Cusco base tax 8. This one is about getting some prestige. This one's about getting production, which will give us some money. We'll go for that. We probably will get that just by continual things. We can now seize back some land. Nope. Like balancing our allied with Chimu and Japoya. Ola, meanwhile, is allied with nobody. Like we have just a sliver of money here. Do that. We know we will need that. Alright, what I'm trying to decide on this mission, whether it's worth it to wait for the army tradition or whether it is better to just hire the mercenaries in order to advance it forward. I'm gonna get a little bigger before we can get authority and work on that one. Let's go ahead and take the Vision Quest, which gives us some yearly prestige. I know I have an unassigned merchant, but unfortunately at the start of the game, you can't reach any other nodes, so you're kind of just stuck there. We will need some additional troops. Let's see what we've got here on the border. I think we're going to go with the Free Company. Ola has found an ally, Wonka. Oh good, they've allied each other. We can now take the... Yep. The Chanka allows for colonization through venture into tribal lands and injects the Chanka auxiliary mercenaries which costs no force limit to maintain. We also have... Can get... Oh, how did this... Previously, it was one of the following. Ugh, I misread it. We've gotten up high enough, so now we can get our claims money. And... Here we go. Now, Cusco has risen. Along the Pachacuti, we will get a little bit of money and other things. Alright. And now we've got our claims, so we can yank these guys back. Defeat of the Wonka. This is if we own this and Wonka does not exist. This one is we have conquered them, and it looks like we'll get some options here. Alright. Put Pachacuti in charge. Patch to Pachacuti's army. Take a peek at these mercenaries. The Chanka auxiliaries. They've got actually a general attached to them as well. We just don't have enough money to hire them right now, but they'll be useful in the future. Alright, these folks are allied with Wonka. We will declare, we will take Makai. We will immediately march on top of them. Because we need to... Because we've got enemies on both sides, we need to immediately smash this army. A little tight. It's a good thing we have a good general. We're walking into very bad terrain, of course. If we can catch this army, because we do not want them to group up with our adversaries. No, they're going to wander off into the wilderness. Detach this arm. Oop. We're going to need to stick together. I think I will hire this morale of armies, gentlemen. Just to give us a little edge here. And crush this little one while... Oh, they've gotten an event. Get prestige, extra prestige. Or we can get some stability. I will take this because we do have a prestige-based mission that we took from the nobles. Done. I'm a little nervous always about using Pachacuti for for sieges and other things like that, because he's a really good general, he's a really good leader, really good general, he's critical to your mission tree, and of course it increases the chance of him dying the more that I use him like this. Luckily, they don't even have enough troops to siege the capital, so this is really a siege race situation. Gonna crank up the speed here, because we're really just gonna sit here until the siege is won. Let's reattach the mercs. We'll hire those better mercs once we get to where we can. Wonder where their army went. I guess it just kind of like wandered off into the distance. And if we de-siege this, our supply, or our money situation will improve if one of our provinces was not completely sieged. Alright, siege done. Let's wipe out this other little stack and then we'll go deal with our other enemies to the north. Whenever you're fighting multiple armies that are roughly your size, it's better to divide and conquer, take out one of them, don't let them group up, because like you can see, I've got 12 troops, but if they got all their troops together, because I think they've got some more off the map that we're not seeing, then they would be a really big problem. Let's detach the mercs, leave them here to work on this siege, while we walk Pachacuti back to the north to get ready for the fight, and we can de-siege this province. Rhine of Viracocha. We're about to have to take a loan anyways, so we will take the burgher loans. Merchant guilds, we will take... Oh, I think I scrolled right past it. Indebted? Yeah, there it is. Might as well go ahead and take it. We will build the Shrine to Viracocha. I apparently scared them away by me coming... It's interesting that they can walk back out in that direction. It seems like that should not be possible. Because I'm pretty sure I watched them come in from this direction. Either way, we've got more than enough troops to win. Excellent. Now let's move Pachacuti into position. So of course Pachacuti has died. Of course, Pachacuti has died, which the whole mission tree kind of revolves around Pachacuti, but he has died, of course. But no matter. No matter. This happens sometimes in a mission tree, and so I think I'm sure that you're like hoping that he'll live forever because he's awesome, but sometimes you just gotta roll with it. Sometimes the game giveth, the game taketh away. At least we were able to use him very effectively in this early critical war. See if we're gonna get a new general anytime soon. Making sure there's not going to be another one. No immediate general, so we will probably recruit one, because we will have to fight another battle here. Unless we recruit the Chanka auxiliaries, who have their own really, really good general. Oh, that's not good. I did not notice that they had come back down there and were already so far along on their siege. If I'd been paying more attention, I would have seen that. Let's see, what are we going to do here? Let us recruit the Chanka auxiliaries and move the Free Company in to support them. And so long as they don't siege that down really, really fast. Wow. Alright. Attach to the... Actually, we want it the other way around. We want them attached to... Alright, of course, that's the way it goes. Okay. So, because of the way this is played out, I think we're going to actually march this army north, join up, end this one to the north, and then we'll come down south and deal with the other enemy. Just because you gotta roll with the punches sometimes. Alright, now let's end this northern one. Alright, end that. And our other one was there to completely end that. We will send this army down here and leave the Free Company to deal with this. And then when the Free Company has done its job, we probably will get rid of them. Alright, let us attach to the first army. Move in. Let's see if we can do for peace. We can indeed fully annex them and take all their money. Let's pause. What do we got here? We get a bunch of claims, and we need to pick a focus. Which one would we like? Core creation, siege ability, or discipline? I think that siege ability is probably going to be the most useful to us right now. Make sure I remember which one that is. Diplomatic. So we will pick the diplomatic focus. That's also what our heir is weakest in. And then we will take this. Here we go. Excellent. And we will core those territories to the north that we have brought in. I think we also do not need the Free Company anymore. So I think we can... Well, let's keep them around just until the war is over. Then we'll let them go. Lima is allied with Chimu. Large one on the border here. See where our mission tree takes us next. They'll give us a bunch of claims. Conquer Cajamarca. It's going to take us up that away. We're going to have to get their loyalty up. I'm going to give out some privileges in order to get them happy. Religious culture. Venture into tribal lands. Alright, Siege, come on now. It's time for you to give up. Alright. A lot of gold around here. Fortunately, when you're a native, you do not get as much money from gold as you would otherwise. And we are ready to end this war. And because we have done that, we can take... Pause. We can take Define the Kola. We get a bunch of claims. We get securing the North Altiplano until the end of the game, giving us the following effects, which is going to be very helpful to get a little money. And we will get an event with some options. So let's do that. We can either parade in Cusco for authority, decreased autonomy, and less separatism, or we can gain this as an accepted culture. I think we're going to take the authority, because doing that will allow us to take rule of the sun, which will decrease war exhaustion and give us tax modifier and manpower and true faith. So we can take another mission because we chose that one. There we go. All right, we're going to pause here. We're going to, potentially in the interim, I'll do some annexing, kind of coring up some provinces and things like that, and we'll get ready for the next step. See you next time.